Greetings, graybeards, gray hairs, and everybody else. As you can see, we're outside. The May is winding down. We got a first little sprinkle of sun because all we've had is sprinkles of rain. So we are trying to catch some rays out here. I did some yard work, get my flower pots ready so that the wifey can put her flowers in, put my flowers in that I wanted to grow. Stay tuned for the Cocktails and Table Talk gardening hour. But I wanted to take a little time to send a message and tell you what's going on. It's been a while. First, cheers. My favorite, Cavit wine. It's a Cabernet. So I'm sitting outside, getting to watch the final round of the Charles Schwab. So, but I wanted to just catch you up because I haven't been on for a long time, haven't even posted for a while. So it's been a trying 3 months. So in February, my mother went into the hospital, multiple strokes, heart attacks. Long story short with that, in March, she passed away. So I've been dealing with, really, for the month of March, just dealing with paperwork and the business side of death. Because yes, there is a business side of death that we have to deal with. So I've been dealing with the business side of death for the month of March. House, insurance, all that stuff like that. So it has been really, really crazy. And at the same time, the oldest daughter got married. So to put it in context, my mother died March 1st. Funeral was March 13th. The wedding was March 22nd. So, yeah. And we've had family in for pretty much the month of March until the beginning of April. So it was a lot going on. It was a round of emotions that was happening. But I was thankful for, actually, I got to say this is that what I'm really thankful for, that my mother-in-law was able to come for the funeral. I love my mother-in-law. She is awesome. Her silent support was everything that I needed, and I'm so happy that she was able to come, and just her being there was a calming spirit. So that was March. April, and then funny because March 26th, my birthday, was the first day of my 8-week semester that I started teaching. So I started teaching that day. So for the month of March and April and May, I've been, teaching an online course. So I've been doing that, and then work, as you already know, will always kick your ass. So I let the podcast slide. I let Gray and Grounded slide. I let Cocktails and Table Talk slide. I let Albinwood Media slide. I let everything slide, and I let myself slide. It was just I couldn't get it together. I couldn't. I just couldn't start. I knew what I needed to do. I just couldn't do it. So I'm saying all that because and we'll probably get into this later on. Gray and Grounded is coming back better and bigger than before. Starting for the new season, starting in September, we're going to have a new co-host, and we are going to broaden our horizons, broaden our depth of talk. It's going to be a brother of mine, as you can see. He's a fraternity brother, craft brother of mine. But more importantly, he has become a really good friend, and a friend that showed up at the right time. And he's become, just a really good friend. And I'm happy to announce that he's going to be the new co-host of Gray and Grounded, Stephen Ace Demps. I think I need to put the clapping and the cheering sounds in this. So we'll come out. We're gonna come out with a couple of new logos and stuff like that, and we're gonna have fun. The show's gonna be fantastic. We've been talking and lining up stuff. It's gonna be great. And it's probably something that I really definitely need now, and I probably really needed then, before. But yeah, so we're gonna do that, and we're gonna have fun with it. We're gonna talk about, we're gonna still continue talking about, what it is to, because both of us are the same age. Where we are, reaching for that retirement age. Both of us work for the city, and he comes at life from a different perspective, which is always good to have when you're talking to a whole bunch of people. I got my other phone here because I have no idea whether or not this, what I'm videotaping right now, is going to work. I don't know if the sound's going to be on. So we're going to figure out if this works, because if it doesn't, I don't know what I'm going to do, because I'm not doing this over again, and you're probably just going to hear the audio. So if you're not seeing this, I don't know, I'll put up pictures on our YouTube page, and maybe snapshots, but yeah, I'm not going to shoot this again. Just for that, if it doesn't work, I'm drinking the Cavit Cabernet Sauvignon. So yeah, but I'm here to announce the new rebranding of Gray and Grounded, with Stephen Ace Demps going to be the new co-host. And I am sure that's going to bring a lot of more energy to the show. We're still focused on what we were talking about before, because we are gray, and we're grounded and trying to be more grounded. Ultimately, we're going to be grounded because we're going to be 6 feet under, and we need to understand that. But we are comfortable in our skin, and we are talking about what it is to reach that, that age of 50, with older kids, older family members, winding down our jobs, looking at finances, definitely looking at our health. I've got health stuff that I've got to catch everybody up on. So, but this is good. I'm happy. I'm so looking forward to that. We've got some good stuff lined up, So I'm excited for the new season. I'm excited to show you what we have. I am the same person, but a lot has happened, and I look at things a little bit differently. Maybe not differently, but maybe now I'm willing to share more of how I look at things. So, and you'll be able to meet Steve, and we'll talk to him. And our first show will just be about us. We'll just be sitting around talking about stuff, bullshitting, chewing the fat, find out what his favorite drink is, what cigars we're smoking, smoking too many cigars now, but what we're drinking, because we're still toasting the drinks. But we'll do all that. So I'm happy to say that. But I wanted to give this my last solo podcast, and it hasn't been a lot, but I'm glad that I started it, and I'm happy that what I started, somebody wants to be a part of, and that's special to me, because that means that I did something. I was thinking something good. So if this helps him, I know it helps me. If it helps you, that's fantastic. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna continue talking about fashion. We're gonna talk about whiskey. We're gonna talk about cigars. We're gonna talk about women. We're gonna talk about men, kids, generational stuff. It's definitely going to be a little bit more R-rated show. I tried to keep it a little general, but we're gonna push the envelope. So, which is fine, But so I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. So stay tuned. We're going to have some more stuff coming out over the summer. Little tidbits of how things are going to go, and check out our website, and you can put in what do you want to see more. Both of us are Prince Hall Masons, but we've got kids, we've got a life. Steve drives a motorcycle, part of a motorcycle club. So there's going to be stories there that we're going to want to find out about, right? So, and then the wifey and I, we did some stuff. We're about to do some more stuff. So, there'll be things that we're going to want to talk about, bitch and moan about. So stay tuned. I thank you for sticking with me through the first project. Everything is a learning project, as we go through life. And I'm so happy to be on this journey, and I'm so happy that the followers that I have that has stuck with me with this journey and continue. We plan to have it's a monthly, so one podcast a month, maybe two, we'll see, but definitely one to check out on what we're doing. So but please. Listen, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for sticking with me, and stay tuned, because we're on to bigger and better things, and it's going to be a fun ride. So cheers, and here's to season 4 of season 1 of the new rebranded Gray and Grounded.